Hi everyone, welcome back, and if you're new to the channel, welcome to my little corner of the internet. And basically what I am doing, this channel is I am chronicling the journey of the feature film that I am working on for festival and distribution purposes. In this particular video, I'm going over some of the prep work that I am doing for the set that I'm going to be building actually in my basement. When I'm designing this set, what I'm trying to do is have something that looks familiar, that looks like something that we have seen before from NASA or SpaceX, that fits within that world, but doesn't really belong to either one of them. So I did some searching and I found on TurboSquid, if you're not familiar with it, it's this wonderful resource where you can find and download these absolutely just wonderful 3D models. And I found two particular models that I used as inspiration. One is for the interior of the ship. The other one is for actually three models. One's for the interior of the ship, one is for the bedroom, and then one's for the ship itself. So what I want to do is I want to sketch out and measure the portion of the basement that I'm going to be using. And then I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it into an actual architectural floor plan program and model it all out, because what's going to eventually happen is most of this is just going to be covered in chroma blue paper, and the background will be replaced for a very large scale model. And again, I'm doing model only for the purposes of cost. It's going to cost maybe $200 to build a miniature that looks good, compared to, it would cost me upwards of $1,000 or more to actually build a set down here. And so to keep costs down, I'm going to do a large scale model. But I need to get the proportions right of the area that the model will be modeled after. And so I have to get the length, the width, the height of each individual section so that I can convert that into miniature and make sure I have the right proportions so that when the performer is interacting with this environment, it will match up with the model. That's the hope anyway. Okay, so this is the area that I will actually turn into the main set, the main portion of the set. The thing is, I don't really have anything down here outside of some of this exercise equipment. I mean, outside of that, it's just where my dog plays. So what I'm thinking, in this little recess area, right, I used to do virtual reality down here, that's what this is for. But I think in this little recess area right here, I might do some rear projection of a star field, because I think all in there is where the cockpit is going to be. This is something that I've always been curious as to whether or not I could actually do. I've worked on independent films in the past, but to have a situation where we have one character in one location, different spots in that location, but one location. In a way, it's a test to see if I can actually do it and to make it interesting enough, because you have to be able to provide conflict for that character. So I'm hoping I'm going to be able to do that effectively. As I've mentioned in past videos, I am opting to use miniatures and models in this in lieu of CG. I know that computer graphics is all the rage right now, but there is just something organic. There's something breathable about miniatures, and over time, miniatures hold up compared to where CG eventually, as time goes on, it starts to fall into that uncanny valley where you can tell it's not quite real. Miniatures don't do that. There are films that were made 40 years ago, 50 years ago that have used miniatures, and they still hold up as compared to some of the CG stuff that came out early on. So this set is going to be a large-scale miniature combined with practical elements in the environment. So I completely forgot that the model that I was looking at has the storage container underneath it and not on the sides. So I have to redesign this to where the storage bays aren't on the side, but perhaps there's a staircase here in the middle that he can go down, which means I have to rewrite that portion of the script to match that. So, yeah.
So once I was done getting the measurements from my basement, I just took it upstairs onto my computer into a program called Home Designer Suite. It's a free program that you can get. And I took all the measurements and I put it into this program and simply mapped out what the set was going to look like. This is going to help me out later on in actual designing of the miniature set, which is going to be 1/6 scale, but it's also going to help me know my camera placements, my marker placements, and how we can match up the live action to the miniature later on. And if all goes well, it should be seamless, and we shouldn't really be able to tell that it was not shot on an actual set. So here's hoping.
So guys, if you like this kind of stuff, if you enjoy watching the progress of an independent film, how it's made, either you enjoy the process or maybe there's something you want to pick up on as I go along, feel free to subscribe. Go ahead and hit that subscription button, the notification bell, so that you know whenever I will upload a new video. I'm going to try to do it on a pretty regular basis, and I will just see you all next time. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.